morning and happy Sunday.
Happy.
What did you want to get up and do on a Sunday morning, Joe?
Get a coffee. Oh. I got doing chores and cleaning everything off and
No coffee for you.
No.
But we got, what, an inch or two again?
At our place, probably close to an inch and a half. So farther this way, I'm already noticing a slight decrease. Now it's hard because those spots are plowed. I just saw a lot that was unplowed, and a lot of it was already like melted off.
And it's supposed to be over 40 today,
Yeah,
like high of
43,
43. Yeah, 43, 44. So come along with us.
Yeah, I figure if we're just like scraping the main run and throwing out some salt, we're good. If we're doing the sidewalks, I'll call in Harvey and he can do his roads, I'll do my roads, and then we'll do the sidewalks.
Sounds like a plan. No Dunkin' Donuts for you today.
No, I don't think they did anything with that parking lot.
I'm
Maybe
saving
something.
you from the coffee, though.
You know what we're gonna do?
What are we gonna do?
I don't know. If
Oh,
it'll
do
be-
not say open a coffee shop.
No, well, yeah, that. Oh, see, I think maybe they scraped the bank. I don't know. No, I think what we ought to do is look up to see if there are any little coffee shops right through here in P-Town
Or Concord.
or Concord, yeah. And like, if we don't have to do much, maybe run and grab a coffee just for Lou.
They're probably all closed on Sundays. But I love the thought. We'll check it out. We'll see if we don't have to do much. Maybe we'll go try to go on a adventure for a little old coffee
Are
shop.
they going to our place? That'd be a slick setup, huh?
Yeah. This
Like
road
this-
hasn't been plowed at all.
No, the city of Concord didn't plow. Well, didn't plow this anyway.
Well, maybe it will be a little bit of salt. 40 degrees, it'll all melt and break up and go away.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't want to confuse people. If I plow the main run and not theirs, people are funny.
Yeah, we found that out last storm. We were going by the contract, but Joe especially got yelled at by one person. I almost feel like you could scrape the main road.
Yeah, probably.
At least the main.
Right. And then salt everything else.
Just to... I feel like sometimes it's more of like making a presence, because if they don't see that, they think we're not even in here.
Right. But then again, it's a fine line because, like, with a 2-inch trigger, there's an inch of snow here.
Right.
Hey, look, there's cars in our.
Oh, here we go.
Look,
No,
one's parked in front of
we're
the
not
salt shed.
doing that on video.
There is visitor parking all over the place. This is not visitor parking.
All right, Joe. We were here this morning.
Yep.
We came back to check on it. I say we, you're the mastermind. You just salted everything. It was only, what, an inch? Which
I'd say it was an inch here, and it was very fluffy. So we scraped it off the main runs and a couple of parking spots that were open in common areas that weren't open last storm. And then we put the salt right to everything, and it's been 40 all day, close to 40.
Yep.
Tick over 40. And everything's pretty cleared up. We got some snow potentially on the way tomorrow, If we didn't, we'd come in here and, you know, clean up some edges or whatever, but we're going to be
Right
plowing
back
it.
here.
Right.
In 12 hours.
And I would do the
16
cleanup
hours,
tomorrow regardless.
based on their schedule
Right.
or their rules.
I think pretty much, and that may be like kind of a convenience thing. They don't want you in here bother them all day during a storm. Like, kind of blow it open the next day, clean it up. It kind of breaks up the like hassle of.
Well, and you're moving so many cars.
Right.
So there's kind of like,
Oh, I mean, even without moving the cars, they say
Oh.
if the storm is over, prior to 8 a.m. or prior to 10 a.m., you finish it
that day.
that day. If it's after 10 a.m., then your cleanup is the following morning at 8 a.m.
Yeah. So obviously that's what they want. We're contracted to do that. And then we just tend to the main roadways however we see fit so that it's
Right, that's still a gray area.
passable.
Our trigger
It is.
and when we're supposed to do anything is 2 inches. Under 2 inches, a lot of people are under the assumption that we're not doing anything. But with an inch or inch and a half, let's say, I'm not going to leave it and let it pack because
Right.
that's going to be harder on me. I'm going to be chasing icy spots and pack all year. So I either pre-treat or pre-treat and scrape and post-treat something. We haven't got an over 2 inch storm
no,
in there
it's all
yet.
been little stuff.
But every time we've still cleared the main sidewalks, the main roadways,
Yeah.
some common parking areas beyond what we're supposed to do, but it's what I would do.
Well, the way I have discussed with management and read the contract is like, this is their rules, and anything above that, like if it's better for us, better for them, it's all a set contract price, so it doesn't cost them anything else.
And it's,
So they kind of like go with whatever we say if we want to do things above and beyond, because it's on our dime, like
right.
essentially.
And just kind of like being our first year in there mowing, feeling out what homeowners' expectations are versus what our contract says, yada yada yada. I mean, there's the association.
There's a lot of different
There's with homeowners, and then there's, what do you call them?
renters,
No, the people that like are in charge of
the board members.
the board members of the association, and then there's the property management company that oversees everything. That
There's a lot of moving pieces and a lot of different mindsets and
So it's probably
positions
much like
within the community.
this summer, more or less figured it out, talking
Yeah.
to people that lived in there 10, 20, 30 years, talking to the association, keeping an open line of contact with key people that live in there, and open line of contact with the property management company. I think
And-
this summer we've gone a long way to kind of like, okay, this is what the contract should say in the
Yeah.
future, this is what the people expect, this is what the people are going to get.
This is what they get for their money right now.
Right.
Like, so I think
So
we're a
same with
good
plowing.
middle ground, because they've just had turnover after turnover for contractors. So our goal, our main goal, is to kind of all be on the same page. You know, they get what they pay for. We do an excellent job, and to renew that contract. So that's our goal.
I mean, it sounds like, as far as this 2 inch trigger, it sounds like the last company did it somewhat similar to what we're doing.
Yeah.
Like,
Because we have
there's
a
under
couple
2 inches, we're still going to
contacts
clean
in
it
there.
up.
So
But
I'm
we're not
checking
gonna-
in, and everything's on par
Yep.
so far. So, congrats. It's nice to have these little storms, kind of like you said, like starting out mowing, feeling it out. It's
Yeah,
nice
works
that
the
it
bugs
wasn't
out.
Halloween, foot of snow. Like,
Same with, I hope our first time of moving all the cars isn't like dumped on foot of snow,
right.
middle of the night. Ideally, it would be, 3 inches, so over the trigger, but
Yeah.
still easy to manage.
But I will say, you've been doing this a long time. I'm
Oh,
sure no matter
what
what
it
is
is.
thrown at us,
No matter
thrown
what it
at
is.
us, we will figure it out.
We figured out. And I've done much larger places with the same amount of equipment and the same amount of people.
Right.
So this is nothing new. It's just a new place with new people.
Yeah. Well, I think we're gonna try to go home and relax a little bit. Tomorrow starts our busy season. of the whole year. Wouldn't you say, Joe?
Well, our busy nights. Yeah.
Our
But then
youngest.
again, I can't. You can't even say that though, because with Bentley, all year is like 3 nights a week.
And now it's just 5-6 nights a week.
I mean, he does what? He was doing Monday nights, some Wednesday nights,
And Friday.
Friday nights,
And
Sunday
training.
afternoons, and then Sundays. Trainings in the mix. So yeah, I mean, he was always doing.
So maybe
3 to
it'll be
5 days a
easier
week.
now because it'll just be the same place,
One
the
place,
same team.
schedule.
But Bentley, he is a homeschooled freshman. And for those of you who are just like tuning in or just finding us, it's landscaping, our little farm on 60 acres, and basketball. That's our life, right, Joe?
Yes.
And our freshmen just made the JV team, and that was like determined in tryouts and stuff last week. Tomorrow is practice, and Tuesday's their first schedule, and then they immediately hop right into games. So if we're not plowing and working on the equipment, we're probably going to be in the bleachers at a basketball game. But thanks for.
So I'll
were you gonna
sleep
say
in the
something?
spring.
Yeah, you can sleep in the spring. I know. The spring and summer is like long, hot days, but, well, not really. I was going to say, at least we know we go to work from this time to this time, but then we're always running around. And
My
we
biggest
run.
thing
We
is
always run.
Any potential of any sort of anything. So, you know, melting and refreeze, or a storm coming, or a rain coming. So, pretty much a few days a week you can count on me every hour from, like, depends on the storm, but 1 to 2 or 3 o'clock every hour in the morning I'm up checking.
Yeah.
So I don't sleep very well a good majority of the winter. And the trouble is a lot of times Samantha's an early riser, early to bed, and I'm the opposite.
Complete
Not that
opposite.
I don't get up like 2 hours later than her, but I roll out of the bed 15 minutes or 20 minutes after her a lot of times, awake, but just getting myself ready for the day. But I haven't quite switched my mindset to winter mode.
From
of like,
summer mode to winter
okay,
mode.
I'm gonna go to bed early. So I just still, like last night I went to bed at, I think it was like 12:15, 12:30. I shut the TV off, and then I was up at 2 checking the snow.
Yeah, I could not function.
And now it's 4 o'clock, and
Would not be able to do that.
I'm wondering what time of day it is.
Well, all right, YouTube. My weather says 2 to 4 inches tomorrow. We go by different weathers, so we can try to like take the middle of them all.
I
guess.
usually look at 3 different weathers and then like listen to what Samantha says, and then I generally are pretty close with coming up with. I didn't think we were getting over 1.5 inches at Island Shores, and we didn't.
Right.
And it was, what did yours call for?
I think mine only said like 1 or 2 inches.
Well,
or
at
2 inches,
one
maybe.
point, one of them was like 2 to 4, and I was like, no.
No, that's what mine says for tomorrow.
No.
It didn't say it for
No,
today.
I'm saying one of the weather apps was like 2
Oh,
to 4
gotcha.
for this, and I was like, no, there's no way. Looking at the temperatures, looking at the radar, looking at all these different things, there's no way we're getting 4 inches there. Like,
Well, what's your weather say for tomorrow? Do you remember?
like of the combined thing.
Like a total tomorrow.
I know, but I'm talking about my consensus from the few that I look at is I think we're going to have about the same.
Like an inch.
But it's also supposed to be warmer tomorrow, and there's a possibility of it a mix and switch, so this might be like 2 storms ago.
Well, we will find out here soon enough, and we'll let you guys know. Thanks for being here. Have a happy Sunday night. And for now, peace out, YouTube.